Okay, let's see, this goes here. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. I have to charge my phone, so. Wait, why am I doing this anymore? That's really, really close. That's fine. Oh, hold on. This is kind of covering everything. Okay. Now I want to get this in frame, but it's hard, guys. It's difficult. What about this? That's really low, and I can't reach the laptop. Oh, also, if I put my phone there, it'll probably get bumped, and then. Okay, let's try this. Hello? Okay, I need to go like that. This one needs to go there. This can go away. Okay. Channel. Let's try this back over here. Go like this. Okay, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't go like this. Look at his little legs. Okay, there we go. The Lego man face is a little bit too small. Does that make it better? Okay, this one can move to there. Hold on, I'm trying to get hooked into the stream so I can read the chat. So what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be working on Seth. Top chat, it's not showing the chat. Please show the chat. Magdalena Novak. Avik says hello, dragon. Yes. Dragon, quite. This is a dragon. Okay, I think we're set up. Everything good. Everything looks good. Okay. Alright. Wait, why is this not showing? Hold on. Why is this not showing? This is not showing it accurate. Because I can see that Lana has sent a message, but it's not showing on the laptop. It's only showing on the phone. Okay, now it shows up. Let's hope it stays like that. Oh, Lana's rewatching the beginning. Okay. Alright. So we're just going to jump into it. I think actually the first thing that I'm going to be discussing is what I've been up to. Yes, we have been doing labor for my grandfather. And that's pretty much it. I've been kind of working on Seth as I can, but as you can see, I haven't gotten very far along with him. Mostly I was just backed up on labor that I owed my grandfather. Because for the first month of being here, I didn't do any labor. Because he didn't ask me to. He was specifically trying to save up hours. One could really paint the picture of saying he specifically, purposely got me backed up. That sounds about right. So anyways, I've been working that out for the past month. Finally caught up right now. And it's raining today, so there's nothing to do today. So, live stream. Salmon says, hey, how's it going? Bro, it's been a while since I caught one of your live streams. Hello, Salmon. Salmon Hammer. It's going good. Good to see you on one of the live streams again. Yeah, it's been a while. Let me see. What did I do last? I did a live stream before. I'm pretty sure it was a live stream of Seth. So let's see, view channel, live stream. Okay. Yeah, it was me doing the building of Seth, but I had the phone in a slightly different area. It's basically the same. Oh, I am supposed to charge the phone. Let me plug in the charger. This can take a while. This is how I have to plug it in. Wrap a rubber band around it. And then I have to fiddle with it. usually takes about 5 minutes for me to plug in the charger this way. Why don't you get a new charger? I don't have any money. Okay, it looks like it's working. And now we just have to not touch the phone for the next 4 hours, so that hopefully the phone will stay charged. Okay, Lana says she's caught up. Cool. Yeah, speaking of being caught up, I am caught up in labor, though I have a feeling my grandfather is going to just start having me do a bunch more labor because, you know, like the way he sees it is, I think he thinks that I just plan on living here for like the rest of my life. And so he's like, well, since you're not doing anything for the rest of your life and you're going to be living here, you should just be working, doing labor on the property 24/7. Because what else better do you have to do? I'm pretty sure that's the perspective that he holds. Which, if anybody knows me that's been watching my YouTube channel and knows what I'm actually trying to do, that's not very helpful. So I'm kind of constantly battling that. Magdalena says, "How is the flipping stuff going?" Yeah, my grandfather has been kind of like actively getting in the way of me flipping stuff, so I can't really do that. Why does he get in the way of it? Because he really is stuck in this idea that I'm supposed to like live here forever, and why should I waste my time trying to flip trailers and stuff when I could just do labor for him for the rest of my life? And since he's the one, you know, letting me stay here, yeah, basically, how's the flipping of the trailers been going? Not good. I haven't really been able to make really any progress in it. And I would say that that's based off of my grandfather getting in the way of it, basically. So yeah, I have to like work around him. Yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest disadvantage of being here so far. So what I'm kind of doing in the meantime is I'm, you know, here in my bedroom, can work on Seth and try to do YouTube. Basically, that just gives me more autonomy. You know, I can do arts and crafts in my room if I want. Flipping trailers is like, well, then I gotta go outside and use the shop, and I gotta let my grandfather know what I'm up to, you know. Basically, it just gives my grandfather a chance to try to like intervene, and then he just gets in the way. So, you know, if I'm here in my bedroom, I can have more autonomy, basically. So the play right now is basically just to stay in my bedroom and do YouTube. I kind of came down here with the specific intention of flipping trailers, which I had, you know, told my grandfather about. But then when I got down here, he's like really like not for it. He seems a lot more interested in having me do as much labor as possible for him. So yeah, the trailer, I flipped one trailer, um, and that just, that went like, that ran like probably 4 times over time budget. I think mostly due to my grandfather trying to like improve the process for me. Which mostly just gets in the way. Um, let's see here. Magdalena says his view of it doesn't matter. Once you get stuff and start working on it, just ignore him until you are done. Old people sleep longer, so start work while your grandparents are asleep. And when he sees you're already done doing something, he should leave you alone. Tell him it's rude to stop you in the middle of work. Since you are up to labor hours, you're not in a hurry to do labor anymore. He needs to chill respectfully. um, well, I don't want to say anything, bad. I don't really like to say anything bad about anybody, even if they're in the wrong. Um, but we do have to like play the game, and that's what I'm up against right now. Whether it's people backstabbing me or just my grandfather sort of getting in the way of things. And we just have to work with what we have. And in general, it's not really like their fault. Um, People are just people and they're doing their people things, so you just gotta try to like work around them, basically. So, yeah. It's just life. I guess I just don't want to come off as like I'm complaining about it. Like, oh no, this aspect of reality is getting in my way. You're gonna have setbacks and challenges. It's just a part of life. What else? I should probably check up on the comments. Sounds like he wanted to spend time with you and help out. Don't know, though I only heard one sentence. Lol. I mean, yeah, he wants to help. Um, it's just he has a totally different idea of what like help is. um, Charleston, welcome to the stream, Charleston. Doing good. Oh, glad you're doing good, Charleston. So, where does that leave us? Basically, and the thing is, like, I'm caught up on labor right now, and that's supposed to be like a celebratory thing. Like, oh, we're caught up. Maybe now we can do the labor like more managingly, and that'll free up time for like, so I can actually get the stuff that I need done. But like the moment that we're caught up on labor, my grandfather's talking about we should increase the amount of labor that you're doing. So, because again, like in his like view of like, I guess of me, his expectation is like I'm just gonna live here for the rest of my life, I guess, and just keep doing labor forever. And since that's all I'm doing, well, I should be doing labor 24/7. Since I'm not doing anything else, of importance. And you could see how that kind of undermines getting anything else done. So he's kind of actively keeping me down because that's all he expects of me. Like keeping me small because he just expects me to be small. He doesn't expect that I could do anything of any other sort of value. He's just like, well, you're, just some nobody who's just going to live here forever, I guess. And if that's the case, you should just be doing labor 24/7. But like, no. I mean, yeah, if all I do is labor 24/7, I'm never going to get anything done. I won't be able to grow at all. And so then, yeah, I will be forced to be doing labor 24/7. So it just makes this weird feedback loop where it's like, because he doesn't expect much of me, he's like keeping me down and doing labor. And I can't really like rise above that because I'm being kept down with doing labor. So the theoretical approach to overcoming that, and shut up because I can hear you all saying, Jaden, you're complaining about stuff. No, okay. The counter to that would be to try to just like make stuff happen in the quiet moments that you're able to, in those small fleeting moments. Try to make it as big of a play upwards as you can, and hope basically that my grandfather would like see like, oh, Jaden's actually doing something more important than what I'm having him do. He should focus on that. Anyways, what am I talking about? I feel like I'm just rambling at this point, but that was kind of the whole, point of doing this live stream, was to ramble. I haven't done a vlog in like. This says I streamed 8 days ago. Is that true, chat? This streamed 3 weeks ago. I guess I haven't done a video for 8 days. That doesn't sound accurate. That sounds more like wait, what's happening in the chat? Let me catch up on the chat, guys. Oh, always right. Welcome to the stream, always right. Salmon says, I'm 35 and my grandparents are all gone, so I may have a different perspective. What I would give to spend some time with my grandpa now doing his labor. Yeah, you're right. I was right. Totally understand, though we can't judge other people's family based on our own. Is this like a farm or a property with a shop? It's a property with a shop. Why does this guy only have 80 subscribers? What happened? Baguette. Has Baguette even joined the new live streams? I don't think he has. Salmon says, I'm not judging anyone. I was only trying to see what Grandpa is thinking. We call him Grandpa Joe. What? Never judge anyone. The least qualified person for that. My grandfather passed away last month. To me, he's the definition of a good grandfather, great man, whose life was about making sure we were all doing good in life. On the other hand, my other grandfather is interesting. Not good, basically, is what she said. Let's see here. Can I monitor this comment? Deleted comment, because they said the SH word. Same dynamic in my life. Grandfather raised me, the other one abandoned us. Everybody's trauma dumping in the chat today. How come he only has 80 subscribers? What happened? This is a different channel, Baguette. That's why I only have 80 subscribers. I have 45,000 subscribers on the other one. But really only like 10 people watch my channel, so we started a new channel. All right, what else? Yeah, no, it's been so easy, guys. I don't even care. I don't care, guys, because it's too easy. I wish, I wish my life was more difficult. I wish I was homeless again, because you know what? It's getting a little bit too easy. It's getting a little bit too not difficult anymore. I wish I had more medical problems. Anyways, um, sorry to hear that, Simon. What are we sorry to hear about, Simon? Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. Yes, we are sorry to hear about that, Simon. Should just love, live, and eat good food. That's right, Simon. That's exactly right. And here at StrayHydraBlade Productions, our goal is to make it that exactly what you just said. No. um, okay. Yeah. So, anyways, um, basically, do SWOT analysis. It would be what's SWOT? SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Um, Strength is I'm me. Uh, Weakness. Uh, it's I guess it's just like exceedingly more and more like obvious how like um, and it's not like my grandfather's fault or anything like that. It's just that like the uh, people only know what they know. From my grandfather's point of view, like what the average person would do would probably be to just like do nothing for their entire life. And so he expects that of me. And so he's like, well, since you're not doing anything, you should be doing labor 24/7. But then I can never really, get out of that hole. I'm just constantly thrown, these sort of never ending pointless tasks to fulfill that go nowhere, just spinning my wheels. Um, the deal was to come down here and do labor, and that's good, but time and time again, it's been, for example, I want to flip a trailer, right? We should take a day off so that I can go and buy a trailer, acquire a trailer, bring it here to the shop, work on it, and I shouldn't have him getting in my way. I should be able to get the trailer done and sold like that, like that. Last time it took 3 times longer than it should have taken, and I think most of that was because of my grandfather trying to help things, which a lot of it just got in the way. So um, now I could still do labor. I can still do labor. If we bought the trailer and then had me going out and posting that trailer while I'm doing labor, because the trailer can sit there posted on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace forever, right? And then I can be doing labor. Then things are still getting done. But my grandfather's like, who cares about any of that? Let's just do labor every single day. And then I'm like, well, we should be, flipping these trailers. And then he'll be like, you can't flip a trailer in the wintertime. Are you crazy? Except for that, I just did. I flipped the trailer in the wintertime within the first like 3 weeks of me being here, which completely just disproves his theory. And so it's, so a lot of like his kind of like limiting beliefs, like they directly get in my way and like damage what I'm trying to do. And it's not because he's trying to do anything, damaging. It's just because, I mean, what would you think the average person is going to do? The average person is probably going to think that the average person is just going to, do nothing. And just, like, yeah, you should just stay at your grandpa's and just do labor for the rest of your life. Just work 24/7. Great setup, you got it made, right? Um, but the thing is that's like keeping me in a perpetual cycle where I can't actually make any significant growth. Um, it just hinders the growth. It's a bottleneck, a choking point. Um, and it's not because he's intentionally trying to. It's just because I don't know. I don't know, guys. The human brain is complicated, okay? Don't make me explain the entire human brain for you, okay? Look, I know everything. I know everything, okay? But I can't explain it. There's a flow limit, okay? I can't. The amount of words I would need to teach to you guys. um, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm kidding. You guys know that meme where the guy goes absolute cinema. Okay. Anyways, let me catch up on the chat here. Well, hold on. Channel has 46 and said, "Oh, that's cool." We are now an outdoors catch and cook channel. To the coast? What? Are you talking about this channel, or are you talking about your channel, Salmon? It's a property, but there's some little garden. So then, should the work run out at some point? Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Have you seen that meme? Everything is memes. I'm referencing. I'm like Bumblebee, okay? You know Bumblebee from Transformers. He speaks through the radio because he doesn't have a voice. Okay, that's me, right? I don't know if that's okay. Should work run out at some point? There is an infinite void of work, and it's it's funny because I told my grandfather actually like years ago, like a year or two ago, Grandpa, I should do labor for you. You need a farmhand. You need labor, and they were like. Anyways, like a year later, they realized and they're like, oh yeah, actually, I do need labor. Though, in my opinion, he doesn't like really like need it, because technically he could just like hire some other labor if you wanted to. He could just sit here and do nothing if you wanted to. Nothing like really. You could just let like the property fall into disarray and whatever. Like you would still survive and just like be fine. Like it's not like a life or death. Whatever. Anyways, should the work run out at some point? Never. Never. It will never run out. It is an infinite void of work. And that's not an exaggeration. It just depends on how much that you want to get done. For instance, we counted off like 10 things that needed to be done on the property since I've been here. And we were like, we'll get through those so quickly. That's all that needs to be done is those 10 things. We'll probably have those done lickety split. And then I don't know what I'll have you do. He's over here like, I don't think I have enough labor for you to do. And now we've been stuck on like project number 4 for the past like month. And it's not even finished yet. So, and during just the that project, more projects are piling up on top. Like anyways. So okay, yeah. Am I gonna run out of labor? No, absolutely not. The question will be if my grandfather decides that he just doesn't really feel like doing anything more. But you can always come up with stuff to do. Oh, and I just want to say, very important to say, my grandfather is not a bad person, and I don't resent my grandfather. But it is just the case that, you know, his vision for the future and my vision of the future are like a little bit different. Like a little bit. Little tiny bit, little tiny little small. Very small. Just organizing the shop would take a year? Yeah, yeah. You're correct. Well, it depends on how organized you want it to be. um, um, let's see here. I wish all you guys in the chat were here with me. Seth, okay, go to timeout. Okay, just get out here. Because if you guys were here with me, we could all work on the farm together, and then there would be like 10 people working. We'd get it all done. I wish I could like download you guys like an app to this location, and then we all just get it done. Come back, Seth. We need you. Maybe labor for now is good. It's growing. Once it's spring, you can do trailers more. But by then, you'll be months in advance in labor hours, so you won't need to worry about it. Debatable. To find some hope in it. Trying to find. Oh, so thank you, Magdala. I'll tell you guys the solution. I'll tell you guys the answer in a second. All right. So the problem is basically just. It's not even like a logistic problem. The problem is just a difference in perspective. Because my grandfather thinks, oh, well, you're just some, you know, just do work 24/7, just live here for the rest of your life and do work 24/7. You know, that makes sense, right? Why would you do anything else? You know, you already have it made. But see, it's not, we're not aiming for the truck. And in a sense, yeah, I mean, I could do that. I mean, which is a victory in and of itself. Technically, like, I can't do it for the rest of my life because my grandfather is old, so he's not going to be around for the rest of my life, which is sad. Your channel, when we were talking about living and eating good food, that's when I said we are now an outdoor channel here. We're going to become an outdoor channel. Just you wait. I want to do I want to do like a camping video, because we have like a foresty type area here. Thinking do some bushcraft video type stuff. Don't hold me accountable, guys. Okay. Yeah. That's like on the list of I would like to test that out and get like a pilot video for like a bushcraft and see how we feeling about that. Does people watch that kind of stuff? I know people watch that kind of stuff. See if we can spark some imagination, or maybe, you know, maybe just one and done. Just do it to say we did it. It could take a couple days to do, and all that, but I ended up to find a. I actually thought about doing that today. It's raining right now. Otherwise, I would go out and like do bushcraft. I even thought about doing the bushcraft in the rain. But you're doing it at such a disadvantage in the rain. Starting fires is going to be more difficult. Making shelter is going to be more difficult. All that stuff. So yeah. but it has been a thought. Is it even a really thought that is important? Not really, but it's in the back of my head. There's a lot of those thoughts, potential possibilities, you know. On the topic of food, what was the last thing you ate? I ate food, I guess. I don't know. I forgot what I ate. Okay. I ate cereal. All right. Um, I ate a bunch of unhealthy food because in America we have a lot of unhealthy food, and someone should do something about that. I don't want to get political or anything. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Anything from Montenegro is top quality. Teriyaki chicken and vegetables. Wow, everybody's eating way better than me. That's great. No. Seth couldn't do with sentimental stuff. Debatable. Lol, debatable. I was typing bushcraft as you said it. Oh, that's so funny. Do you watch any videos like Greg Ovens? He makes crazy contraptions, sometimes like a rat trap, turned into a fish trap that catches and cooks your fish. I have not watched that, but I have watched Joe Robinette. That's pretty much it. That's all I got. I also have a box of scales for Seth. That I need to put on him. I have been doing nothing on Seth. I've just been sitting here talking this entire time. So, I don't want to stand up anymore. I've been standing so much. I can't sit because then I'll be blocking the view. Okay. Whoa, hey guys. Hey. Hoo-hoo. Ha-ha. You guys want some shrimp? I have a shrimp. I don't know why I'm just like dying today. It has been a lot lately. We are operating at maximum capacity. I don't know if my body can keep up with it very well, but I'm just going to keep doing it until I collapse. That's a tail. Lana guessed it. It's a tail. It looks like a shrimp. It really looks. It looks like a shrimp. But it's actually for Seth. Come here, Seth. I'm going to do an arbitrary look at what a potential tail would look like. Wow. Zowie, wow. Wow. Zow, wow. Wow. Of course, it's not completed. Of course, it's not completed. Let's get more serious for a minute. I told you guys I would say the answer to our conundrum. Basically, I figure that it's in my best interest to work on Seth in my bedroom while I can. I have to cover this in scales. Hold on. We have scales, guys. We have scales. Look at all the scales. I made like 100 scales. It's probably not gonna be enough. Do we start at the top and work our way down, or do we start at the top and work our way down? The solution to our main problem, which is just being like, I mean, I knew that I was going to have to do labor when I came down here. Like, that was obviously part of the deal. But there's a way that you can do labor that is just a lot more efficient. Guys, I forgot how to put scales on this. What am I doing? Oh no. I had this problem last time. Do I just go like this? No, that doesn't work. No. Oh, no. This is exactly what happened last time. I don't know how this. Okay. Look, if I do it like this, it just doesn't do anything. If I do it like this, okay, hold the phone. I have to actually figure this out for a second. So you can't just put them connected like this, because then nothing is overlapping. Yeah, all that I would be doing if I did this, I'd be setting down like a tile floor basically, and then I would just be putting another tile floor on top of that, which does nothing. You stagger them somehow? Didn't I figure that out before? Of course I figured it out before. I just completely forgot how I did it. 100% forgot. So yeah, I'm see if I just do that. That doesn't do it. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up a reference image. If I switch my account on this, is it gonna switch everything over? Because I have to look at my other channel. Hold on, guys. I gotta get this started so I can. Good. Change is good. Pain. Let's see here. What do we got? Can't see the scales. They're too small. That's great. It's not great. Okay. New plan. We're just gonna have to figure it out. Oh, literally, what are you doing? Literally. Okay. So I don't understand. How do the scales supposed to like stagger the scales? Why is my computer showing me a video about ants? This doesn't make sense. Okay, maybe. Okay. Don't worry, guys. This is gonna be a 4-hour live stream, maybe 9 hours. I might just live stream the whole day. Okay, pause. How are these scales done? What? No. I don't understand. Okay. I just have to find my own. I just have to figure it out again. We're starting from scratch. I know nothing about scales. We have an advantage this time, okay? I know that it's theoretically possible. Wait, what did I just do? No. What? Guys, I'm this close to just gluing a bunch of scales haphazardly on this thing and just calling it a day. We're not. I'm just gonna grab some scales and slap it on here. Okay, so no, okay, guys, the problem is they have to be staggered. So like, okay. Puzzle time. We're solving a puzzle. So if I put them, you know, just like this, and I'm sure you can't even see it. Should I bring the camera closer so you can see it? Google it? Maybe I can. Hold on. Google the answer? I googled scales and all that came up was the things that you stand on to weigh yourself. We're so cooked. We're so cooked. Dragon scales. We're gonna try dragon scales this time, guys. Okay. What? No. What? That's not. I don't understand. This is not helpful. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. Hold on. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, so wait, can I look at the stream? I can check. Can you guys see the scales okay? Why is it scrolling up? Okay, you can see the scales, okay. All right, now, this is like how a person would think to place the scales, right? So just like, you know, like I think of like making tile for a floor, like a shower floor tile pattern, right? Okay, just flat. Now, this I'm going to show you is the sort of overlapping, like what we want to do, right? We want it to look like that. I don't know if you can see that very good, so I'll do like a side angle of it too. Kind of what it's supposed to look like, one on top of the other, right? Not like flat up against each other, right? But kind of like that. So now, the problem that I'm having is if I put them, you know, on top of these ones, it just makes another layer. It just makes another tile floor on top of it, completely covering the scales underneath it. Why even have the scales underneath it? It does nothing. Okay, so then you would want to maybe have this, but like multiplied. Well, if I go like this and I just do it next to it, see, it just leaves like a gap. Okay, what good is that? You know, so what do I do to somehow combine this? Well, I can't just like put this up against it. It just starts making the second floor tile. Like put that there. Like no, doesn't really do anything. Maybe if I, let's see, what if I do this? Is this the right? No, it just does the thing. It just does the thing again. What about if I put them in the center? No, because they're just doing the thing again. So it has to be like that. I don't know. Chat, help me out. Combine the two. Okay, yeah. So I just tried to combine the two, like Lana suggested. It just doesn't. They just go next to each other. Combine the two. I mean, take these. Wait, combine the two of what? Like combine two of these together? It's gonna be lost in translation, guys. Don't judge me. Okay, we're combining the two. I'm combining. Wait, what? Is that? I don't think that's it. Wait, is that it? Wait a minute. Did I accidentally figure it out for a second time? Is this what it feels like to have dementia? I get to live each day. This is the this is why it's good to forget everything, like the memory of a goldfish, is because every day is like a whole new surprise. Well, that did a thing. Okay. You know what's funny is I've already solved this problem before. I've played these games before.
I said I played these games before. That's from Squid Game, if you guys didn't catch the reference. What am I doing that's different than doing this, though? I don't understand. My brain hurts. I don't get it. What am I doing? Some brand new. Okay. Yeah. Like I get it, but I really don't. I really don't. I really don't get it. Yeah. I could actually just read the chat. I'm so close to it. Also, I should probably be charging my phone, but I'm not gonna do that. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So what are we doing exactly? I don't really get it. I'm just gonna glue stuff. Like that? Like that? Am I doing it, guys? Okay, okay, Jaden. Now, just overlap it. Just overlap it. Okay. And then I do this? No. Why? Why no? What is this? What is this? What do you mean no? I did everything right. Okay, let's try this. Okay, let's put this over here. That's great. We love that for you. Okay. I can't believe I've been live streaming for an hour already. Okay, right. What am I doing? I don't think they stack side by side. Was I supposed to put one there? What? It's too bended. It won't work as it did on the straight floor. No, that's not it. Just keep placing one crisis at a time. Shouldn't it be attached to Okay, now following the pattern this way, it looks like there's supposed to be one down here. So I'm just gonna like rip that off and put one down there. Oh my goodness, the shoddy craftsmanship is making this even more. Oh, this might be the problem that ends me. This might. No, okay, because this has to be like there has to be there has to be one here. Okay. Love that for you. That's great. That's great. Always Right says, can you separate cardboard into tinier layers so it will be thicker than paper but tinier than cardboard and more flexible? And you will get double the cardboard scales if you separate them in half. That's true, but it shouldn't matter. It should be workable. I can bend the scales. I'm just trying to figure out the pattern. Because if I don't know thine pattern, then I shouldn't be bending them unless I know the pattern already. Also, you can see I made the scales for the bottom already, which are pretty straightforward. I call them belly scales because I don't know what else to call them. They just look like this. Just make a bunch of these and then put them in a row. Basically, don't. Okay. So okay. Look, so I think, therefore I am. We're gonna rip this out because I feel like what's happening is, look, let's just make another 3. Okay, we're gonna just layer it 3. Anyways, and I think I'm getting it down. And then we can start talking about stuff again. Those scales are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. They are awesome. Actually pretty good. Pretty good scales. Jaden, they're a tiny piece of cardboard. I know, but the mass production satisfies me. Okay, so like I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna like shove it. I'm going to shove it underneath? Question mark? Yeah, in make-believe land. Okay, look, we're gonna just bend this, like Always Right said, because he's always right. And we're gonna, so it's more like curved. More curved. Okay, all right. And then we're just gonna take that, and we're gonna go in here. Like that, maybe? That seems a little bit... Okay, we're just gonna start placing scales. We're not. We're gonna just gonna place scales. We're just gonna place scales. Guys, I am a professional. I know what I'm doing. I've played these games before. I said I've played these games before. You gotta understand that like my main strategy is just keep doing it. Like I have a very simple strategy and it's just make it work And logic and reasoning is irrelevant. Irrelevant, Your Honor. It's relevant, Your Honor. Thank you for saying the scales are awesome. Okay. Let's get back down to... Hold on. I feel like this should be on my face more. Let's get back down to talk... Oh, okay. Let's get back down to talking about my situation. Dun, dun, dun. No, see, because I always knew I was going to be doing labor here. It was fine. I was planning on coming over and using the shop more to flip trailers, which, as we've proven already, that I can do. I literally already did it when I was down here. And in the dead of winter, no mind you. And then, but my grandfather is just like, doesn't really get it. So instead, we're gonna do nothing. No, I'm just kidding. We're just gonna build Seth. Yeah, because we had planned that out already. My grandfather is not in the mood to like I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't even know anymore. All I know is we're gonna build Seth until further notice. Why does this not fit? Please fit. Please fit. Okay, well, never mind. It doesn't fit. It sounds really not that complicated when I say it like that. It's just like, oh, you know, you're not able to do your main money-making thing because your grandfather, from an ideological standpoint, from a perspective standpoint, can't fathom it. So we're just gonna be stuck. It's like, darn it, I could make money if only people thought that it was physically possible to make money, but they don't. I think it's just impossible. You can't make money, Jaden. You can't. I literally just flipped the trailer. Oh my goodness. I just flipped the trailer, guys. You can't. No, you can't sell trailers in the dead of winter. Does it anyways? That's kind of the vibe. That's the vibe. Right now, guys. That's the vibe. All right. How's this looking? Is this okay? I don't even know anymore. I'm probably messing this up. I don't even care at this point. I'm just gonna like. Wait, are these going over top of each other? Okay, so I've gone insane. That's good. That's really good. No, it's not my grandfather's fault. Yeah, I mean, guys, look. It's just part of life. You know, if my grandfather just was like, "Oh yeah, Jaden, you're totally right. Yeah, you can, you know, do that stuff. Here, let me help you do that stuff." I'd be like, "Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad." But they're just like, "Oh, that's not possible. You can't flip a trailer and sell it in the dead of winter." and then I flip a trailer and I sell it in the dead of winter, and then like, so. Anyways, yeah, just very obviously like what the flux capacitor is happening here? Yeah, just not seeing things eye to eye. He thinks it's impossible. I think it's possible. Because he thinks it's impossible, he's getting in my way and purposely trying to stop me from getting it into reality. I mean, he literally, if I like have an idea, like he will want to just like prove that I can't do it, and so he'll get in my way of doing it. To be like, see, you couldn't do it. Yeah, that's not very helpful. It's not very lost my mind. Lost my mind. Guys, I would not be surprised if I just got stuck here and spent the rest of my life. Well, not the rest of my life, because my grandfather's gonna pass away at some point, right? But like, spent a good amount of my time just being here, because and no, I don't really believe that's gonna happen because no, because I say so. Because no, if things don't work out, I'm just gonna leave. And people be like, Jaden, you'd rather be on the streets? Isn't that like worse somehow? No, you're wrong. I mean, logistically speaking, yes, of course it's worse. But when the people that you're with are just actively stopping you from making any progress, anything is better than that. So we must move on. I think it's so freaking funny, dude. Too. I just think it's funny how. No, I think it's. Hold on, let me refresh the chat. I feel like I've been sitting here with nobody talking for like the past 20 minutes. Okay, no, just nobody's talking. No, it's so ridiculous to me because it's like so many people just being like, no, you can't do it, and there's like I go out and I do it anyways. It just gets old. just again and again of me just being right every single time, and just everybody's like, oh, you can't do it, and it's like, okay, I'm right, so. I literally did. Oh, you can't flip trailers in winter. It's winter. This is not possible. Flips trailer in winter. Oh, it's not possible to flip a trailer in winter. Then how did I literally just flip a trailer? But people just like look you dead in the eyes and tell you like 2 + 2 isn't 4. Like the like I guess it gets to me though. I guess it's so absurd. It's like just do the math, like just do the basic, like put 2 and 2 together. And just people tell you all sorts of stuff that's just like just completely malarkey, and it's just. Anyways, I don't care. I mean, they can say what they want to say. I'm just gonna win anyways. It gets to me that like, you understand how infuriating that is. Like just knowing 100% that you're going to win, and then people being like, no, it's like, Did I stutter? Like, I asked my grandfather. I said, "What do you do when like, when basically like, what the frick am I doing with these scales? We're just gonna pretend that they're going how I want them to go. Okay, wow, the scales are so good, guys. They went. It's going exactly as planned. Hold on. I need to glue them down a bit more. Okay, let's hope that that somehow does something good. That's probably not. If anybody's listening to this chat, can you please send a message to the chat so that I know the messages are actually working? Because I feel like I'm going insane here with the message that's not working. Or with, okay, thank you, Lana. I know I'm smiling on the outside, but the light inside of me is dying. Magdalena says just listening. Oh, that's actually kind of looking decent. Looks decent. Oh. One crisis at a time. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. Anyways. So, there. Give me some more scales. Gosh, how do I... It's so finagly. Reminds me... I have so much words that I can't even words. No, it's just so absurd to me. It's just so... I feel like I mean, I don't feel anything. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, the way I feel is just like, I don't know. It's like watching a child, like, you're like a parent or something, and you tell your child like the way that it is, and then your child's just like, no, and then they go and like trip and get hurt or something, and it's like, I literally just told you, and I knew this would happen, but it's inevitable. I'm just gonna not listen. You know, it's like, just I'm gonna make a YouTube video titled the immense weight, the immense burden of being correct by Jaden Vasquez by StrayHydraBlade. I use them interchangeably at this point. I saw somebody write a book like that before. The book was like, how to handle being surrounded by fools or something like that. Somebody in the comments said like, you never like thought to think that maybe you're the problem actually. I just think it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Life is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These scales I'm making are ridiculous. This is supposed to go on top of this one, not on the bottom. No. That is not what I want to hear. By the way, thank you guys for listening. Those of you who are just listening, I appreciate the listening. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm live streaming so that I can update the fans and all, you know. I could have just built this while listening to like a cozy little podcast about Rome and stuff like that, but Okay, so I've completely done this like a billion % incorrect, haven't I? What's going on here? I don't. My brain just cannot. The pattern recognition is just the. I'm not. I don't have the pattern recognition anymore. I'm slowly declining into madness. Into madness, I say. Into madness. I'm just. I don't know. I feel like that's probably something. I feel like Scar in The Lion King when he's like, "Ugh, I'm surrounded by idiots." It's like but I don't know. I don't think too much of it. I don't really think like that. I know that people think what they think because of reasons, and I should just live with it. I shouldn't, get all, like upset about it or anything. I guess it just, I'm genuinely tweaking out because this is, I put the scale in wrong. So one of these is wrong. Okay, so this goes over top of this. Yeah, that's what I did wrong. There you go. There you go. No, but just, yeah, no, I mean, I joke about it, and I think, and it's infuriating too, because it's just like, it's so obvious, guys. It's so obvious. Why are we still having this conversation? But like my grandfather said, just too bad for them. That's what I asked my grandfather. Like, what do you do? When you know what's best, and everybody else just like ignores you and just like does whatever. And not that I know what's best, but it was like, what do you do when like you're right and like everybody just ignores you? And he said like, well, just have to say, well, that's too bad for them. And I mean, he's right. That's all we really can say is, well, too bad. That's too bad for them, I guess. I did everything I could to try to, show them. They're just not getting it. It's just not. Just doesn't. But it's not. It's more complicated than that. We could go into the nature of the universe and perspective. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Blah blah blah. That type of stuff. Everybody has a perspective. Why am I getting into? Let's back it up a little bit. Let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna unravel the mysteries of the universe for you guys here today. Okay, we're not going into the philosophy of it all, and we're gonna stick to. My grandfather is getting in my way, and I'm gonna try to build a cardboard dragon because he can't get in the way of that. That's really what it boils down to. Okay. And I mean, Seth, and like YouTube stuff. I've been doing YouTube for the past 10 years. At this point, YouTube is the biggest skill set that I have, as a person. So, of course, we're gonna be like leveraging that. We're gonna be attempting to, use that. Makes sense, anyways. I'm probably better off to be stuck in my room, doing YouTube stuff, like if we're being honest. compared to like me trying to flip trailers, because although I've had success with flipping trailers, I'm much more versed in the ways of YouTube than I am in the ways of flipping trailers. So it just kind of makes sense to be here in the room anyways. But my plan is, if all things go well, what I'd like to see happen is basically make progress within my YouTube channel. Of course, we'll be trying to make progress like elsewhere as well, in life. If I mean, maybe I can flip trailers. You know, my grandfather let me flip a trailer one time before. It was just a really long process because of his help, and so no, but I appreciate my grandfather's help. He means well, and that's something. But anyways, so you know, it might just take longer. I could theoretically flip the trailers, you know, just probably gonna take a lot longer. So it just doesn't make sense to try to tackle that right now. You know, and maybe, you know, with the fact that I have gotten caught up on my labor, maybe my grandfather will, since my grandfather basically has to show me what to do and kind of like be there pretty much working, like for the most part, working with me. Like he'll like run an excavator or something, and I'll be like on the ground, like what a I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? I'm so totally doing this wrong. Yeah, you probably can't even see it, really. Okay, well, I just give up on life. I give up. No. But so my grandfather, okay, so here, like, I did like an overlap on all of these, right? But all of these, I did an underlap, which you probably can't really tell the difference. Like, but they're yeah, so you can't even really tell the difference because the scales just kind of, which is good. The scales look like scales, so we're just gonna pretend like I did it the right way, and then we're gonna move on. In fact, I'm just gonna start overlapping these instead of underlapping them. Really, and almost really, who cares? Just get the scales on. They look like scales. And this is a prototype. I do want to remind you, everybody, that this is not the final version. This is merely to get a sense of like visually what the potential is with it. What is it going to look like? But no, with the stuff with my grandfather, it's maybe, I'm not doom and gloom here. There's a possibility that I could like slowly start flipping trailers. Just I'm not going to be able to go at the breakneck speed that I wanted to. Scales look good. It's coming together. Thank you, always right, for paying attention and engaging in the live stream. I appreciate that. Really setting an example for what all of the other people in the live stream should be doing, but they're not. No, I'm just being obtuse. I value each of my subscribers equally, but always right is the best of the subscribers. Oh man, it's raining down hard up there. Thank you, always right. Let's see, I probably can do another row before I have to. Look at this, guys. We're getting like halfway down to the thing. That's cool. That's cool. Why is it showing? It's funny, my laptop is showing, but my phone is not showing the comments up to date. But my laptop is. My laptop is. My laptop is. Lana's playing solitaire while watching. Lana, you better be thinking about power, empowerment, multiplication while playing solitaire. Good afternoon, the dragon tail look good. This is actually a shrimp. It's not a dragon tail, it is a shrimp. No, but thank you, Lopez. Also, welcome to this stream, Lopez. Hope you're doing well, and thank you for the compliments on Dragon. Just to get you up to date, basically this past month I've been backed up on labor, so I've been doing a bunch of labor for my grandfather. So basically, haven't been able to do anything else for the most part. Yeah, so, but I caught up on labor, so hopefully this will be a turning point. If I keep managing it properly, hopefully I can get a lot more stuff done in a more timely manner from this point moving forward. And specifically, we're probably going to be mostly working on YouTube stuff, because that is where I have the most autonomy without like my grandfather helping, getting in the way. And it's good that he wants to help, you know, it's good that he tries to help, that he wants to help. He just also, you know, we got to be on the same page about like the way to help, you know, because yeah, it's lost in translation, I guess. But you know, and that's just because from his perspective, you got to understand that like he sees me as just like an average Joe. Like, you got to realize that like if I was a millionaire, he'd probably be like, oh yeah, I think, yeah, maybe it's possible for you to be a millionaire. Like if I was a millionaire. In fact, some people, if they're a millionaire, people will still be like, no, it's not possible for you to be a millionaire. They must have stole it all or something like that, you know. So there's really almost no winning. But you know, in theory, if I became a millionaire, my grandfather would be like, wow, you're a millionaire. I totally understand it, and I get the vision now, and I'm fully on board, and I want to support you. You know, but then I'd already be a millionaire, you know. And vice versa. Like, wait, what am I talking about? Hold on. I gotta finish this scale here. By the way, Lopez, hope you're doing okay today. Okay, let's try to glue this. Yeah, so I have to like work with, you know, you guys know me. My mentality is very different from the way that most people. Ah, it's so freaking hot! Ah! The hot glue is hot, guys. Who knew? Somebody should have told me this. Good thing he's a millionaire, or at least rich. Yeah. Okay, I gotta wait for the hot glue to cool off. I would do this, but it's not really in a position where I can do that very well. It's not really getting it. But whatevs. Anyway, so I will say this, like my plan is to do everything that I said I was going to do, regardless of whether or not people believe that I can do it or not. However, because they don't believe that I can do it, stuff like I get into a position here now where it's like my grandfather like actively sort of like working against uh, what I'm trying to do, trying to accomplish, by just being like, well, it's not possible for you to do any of that stuff. So let's overload you with as much labor as possible to the point because you're not doing anything else. You're never going to be able to accomplish those goals that you have set out. So you should just be doing more labor. Let's overload you with labor so that you don't even have time to do anything else. And that is going to keep me from accomplishing my goals. So it's you can see this like never-ending spiral of just like um, my grandfather hinders me because he doesn't think it's possible, and because I'm hindered, I'm not able to make it possible. You know, type of thing. Um, but don't lose out hope. First, I have to set up the problem. I have to set it up and be like, guys, look at this is a really difficult problem. Isn't this really challenging? So then I can sound even smarter when I give you the answer. Okay, and I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer is, I don't care. I'm going to succeed anyways. In fact, we're going to try to use that. How can we use the current circumstances to actually forward our agenda, which is really the only way you're going to get to victory at all. So, getting more into that mindset. Actionable steps that I'm working on right now is I would be flipping trailers, but my grandfather kind of gets in the way of that, so it's not really viable. We're probably going to still try to flip trailers. It's just going to be like so mind-numbingly slow that it's almost not going to be. If anything, we're going to be like flipping trailers just to prove to my grandfather that it's possible. You know, if I flip like 3 more trailers, he might be like, "Oh, okay." You know, there's this study that there's a study that said like counting to infinity. At what point do the people understand that the numbers will go on forever? And like the people that could intuit things better, they would very quickly be able to be like, oh yeah, these numbers are going to go on forever. You know, that's what infinity is. They would get that. You're counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eventually, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. It's going to keep going on forever. You know, at what point do you recognize the pattern? And it's like the speed of intuition, whatever. Anyways, so for like my grandfather, it's like I've already flipped 1 trailer, but he doesn't quite get it. I'm gonna have to flip another trailer, and another trailer, and another trailer, and I'm gonna have to just keep succeeding. And then it's gonna be at what point after me succeeding over and over and over again in this infinitude of success that that I'm having right now, that is ongoing success. When will you realize like, oh yeah, like we understand the trajectory of this? Like, how many trailers do you think I have to flip before my grandfather goes, oh, it is possible to flip trailers, and actually it makes money? um, um, anyways, so you know, that's my plan. Is basically we're just gonna have to just keep doing it. It's gonna be slow. He might not ever get it. He might not ever like put 2 and 2 together. You have to like factor that in. Now, it would be really nice if my grandfather would be like, "Whoa, Jaden, I actually see like what you're talking about, and I see what you're aiming for, and I see that it's possible as well, that you can do it." That'd be great if we had that. But if he doesn't, we're still gonna have to succeed. The main thing is that like without his like belief in me, he's actively hindering me, dumping as much labor onto me as possible because he thinks, oh, any spare time is just a waste of time. What's Jaden gonna do with spare time? Nothing. Sit around all day doing nothing with his spare time. He should be working. We'll dump labor on him. And it's like, no, I actually need that spare time because I'm not just sitting around doing nothing all day. I'm trying to actively make progress. And you're hindering that by not letting me spend time on that. Anyways, so does he charge you rent or for food? I pay with labor basically. So the deal is that I do labor to pay for here. That's the whole idea. Yeah. So I have no problem with that. I'm fine with doing labor to pay my way. But there's some things like it would make more sense if we took a day off of doing the labor so I could flip a trailer and post it on Craigslist. So then it's posted. So then now we can get back to doing labor, do all the labor you feel like, infinite amount of labor, while the trailer is already posted. So then it can be seen and, you know, eventually we can make a sale. You know, he's just like, that's not possible. It's not possible to sell, to do that stuff, you know? So we're just gonna dump a bunch of labor and give you no time to go and do other stuff. Yeah, you know, I came downstairs and I showed him like these scales that I made. I made so many scales, guys. I showed him the scales and he was like, it's wow, that's just incredible what people do for fun. And I was thinking, what people do for fun? Are you kidding me? The only reason that I just cut like a billion scales isn't because I did it for fun. I am solely driven on this path, trying to make as much action as I possibly can towards my goals. Relentlessly. That is the only reason that I did this. But the conclusion that he drew was like, oh wow, that's crazy what sort of pointless nonsense people just do for no reason in their spare time. Like, no, but if I was in his position, I would probably have guessed the same thing too. But it just goes to show that he does think that what I'm doing is he doesn't get it. Am I the only one who understands the complexities of this ambitious cinematic masterpiece? Yes, always right. That's a great comeback. Thank you for that. So this is how I see it then. You live for free pretty much, and anything you make and sell is just money you can keep feasibly forever, not throwing shade or anything. No, that's exactly right. Kind of. How do I feel about that? I feel like the tone that you came at that was supposed to be like a bad thing that you just said. Like, oh, so the deal is you do labor so that you can stay here and you're complaining. And it's like, no, I said I don't complain about the labor. I'm very content with doing the labor. What I'm not content with is my grandfather not I'm not content with my grandfather getting in the way of things because he thinks that I'm just good for nothing, not doing anything, blah blah blah. We need to be able to take some time off to go flip a trailer, post it on Craigslist. We can get right back to work. That's not going to hinder the labor at all. The deal that we have with doing labor so that I can live here is a great deal, wonderful deal. We love that deal. Okay, but what's not a wonderful deal is when the thought process of my grandfather goes, he's not doing anything, so let's overload him with even more and more labor, and let's not give him any breaks so that he can go and flip a trailer. And if he does try to flip a trailer, we're going to say, oh, it's not possible, you can't do it, etc., etc. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, basically, the doing labor is not the issue. Couldn't care less about the labor. I do the labor like it's breakfast. I eat labor for breakfast. Okay. Um, what is the issue? Is my grandfather's mentality just actively getting in the way of making progress? Not even like it's like a neutral thing, but it's almost like actively like against. Like to the degree of almost like he wants to prove that I'm wrong, so he'll purposely like make it more difficult, you know, which I'm sure we've all done that to some degree. You know, imagine like your friend is like right about something and you're like, well, I don't want you to be right about this thing, so I'm going to be sour about it. Even though they're right. It's like, you know. And that's just human, you know, that's just a human emotion. I'm not saying that it's like bad or anything. Guys, don't take my words out of context, guys. I don't want to have to explain the whole universe to you, just part of it, okay? I'm super smart. I'm the smartest. I'm the smartest person on the planet. I'm just kidding. That's okay, look, I'm not the smartest person on the planet. Actually, how do we, well, no, Jin, don't argue that you're the smartest person on the planet. Don't do it. Look, we are all equals, okay? We are all equally as smart as the next guy, okay? We just all set our minds to different things, all right? That's guys, okay? Yeah, spread peace. Spread peace. I should catch up on the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Over here goofing off. Well, not free. You work, but you get what I mean. I hope. What do you? Okay, I see. Oh, the live stream went on and off. No, I get what you mean. The idea, or I think I get what you mean. Maybe I don't get what you mean. Say it again like I'm. Say it again like I'm slow. Say it again like I'm. Say it again, but make it shorter. The idea with day off the trailer sounds great. Too bad he won't let you work on it though. Yeah, and that's the thing. But let's take some nuance to it, because it's not like he's just black and white. Oh, he's not going to let me work on it. Obviously, he let me flip a trailer before, but he was kind of like slowing me down, like at almost every step of the process. He always had like a better idea. Like, oh, I have a better idea. Instead of doing this with the trailer, you could do this. And I'm like, that is 100% not the idea that I want to go with at all. Yeah, so it's just so what I'm saying is it's not like the flipping of the trailer is just completely off the table. It's obvious that it's still a possibility. It's just not going to be, well, we go out and we flip and we make $4,000 in 1 month flipping trailers like we want it to be. Okay, like it could be if he was on my side with this. Or if he, if when he, because he wants to help, but like his version of help and my version of help are like a little bit different. So this almost kind of just gets in the way. But see, and that's a great, you have to give a person credit for wanting to help. He's a good person. He wants to help. He won't listen to me when I tell him like this is the thing that will help me. He's like, no. I know what would help you out. And it just, no, it doesn't. Like from his perspective, like yes, but I don't know. Let me catch up on the chat more. Sorry. Both the labor and flip stuff, and now grandfather doesn't let him flip stuff. Yeah. Just makes him work enough to pay rent for food, but nothing more. It's basically he is allowed to keep alive, but not evolve and go further. It's more of just like a fundamental like misunderstanding. What he sees in me is like, oh, well, you got a great deal here. Just do labor 24/7. and just live here. Give up any other hope or dream of doing anything other than that, because it's all silly and stupid and not going to work. Just stay here and do labor for me forever. you know, and that is with every decision that is made. That is the mentality that he has, like, going into it. I said that story where I showed him, the scales that I made, all these scales. Spent like 4 hours cutting them all out. Um, and he was like, "Wow, it's incredible what people will do for fun." And me doing it for fun could be like the farthest thing from the truth, really. Like, exact opposite. I'm doing this because I'm on a mission. I'm not doing this because I just like doing a bunch of grind work, manual labor work for no reason. Like, no. The fact that he thinks that I would do that for no reason is a little bit it's a little bit scary, because then he sees no use. He's just like, oh, well, all you do is do nothing, so you should just do more labor for me. In fact, we should bump those numbers up. We should get you doing even more labor. Yeah, so why did this live stream become about like 3 hours about me talking about the situation with my grandfather? I guess it's just important. I felt like that was important to say. Like, it was an important talking point, and it is an important talking point. It's important to understand. But I also want to say that, what I plan on doing is I'm just going to build Seth. I can do that in my room without any sort of, hindrance, outside perspective, whatever. I can just do it. I'm doing it right now. Look at me go. Look at me go, guys. I don't have anybody over my shoulder saying, actually, you should be doing it this way instead. Like, no. I have independence. I can build it the way that it needs to be built in order for me to achieve my goals. He thinks my goals are like completely different than what they actually are. So when he tries to help, he's helping in the wrong way. You see what I mean? Like, if you if you thought my goal was like to do nothing and just like live doing labor for the rest of my days, yeah, like dump labor onto me. If you thought, like, I don't know. It's just, I'm just a real. Okay, I gotta read this. Having no time for pursuits because he sees it as it's having no time for your own pursuits because he sees it as doing nothing. Exactly. That's you hit the nail on. You hit the hammer on the nail with that. You hit the nail on the hammer with that one. That can't be right. That can't be right. That doesn't sound right. Okay, whatever. You get what I'm saying. You're exactly correct. So he thinks that I'm, what did you say? You said it better than I could ever have said it. It's having no time for your own pursuits because he sees it as doing nothing. That's exactly what it is. And so he's like, why would you want to do nothing when you could be doing more labor? Yes. I gotta build Seth, guys. Okay. I'm trying to explain the whole situation. We gotta build Seth in our room. Okay, we gotta build Seth. We gotta build Seth, and we gotta make him go viral. Okay, that's why we're back on to basically what we were doing in the in Texas in the other apartment. So I mean, basically, that's what we gotta do. I gotta get him back up to speed. I gotta get Seth back to the point that we had him before, and then keep going forward from there. I do believe that Seth had a pretty high viability of going viral and making money, and yeah, so best thing to do pretty much is work on Seth, build Seth. I have full autonomy in my room to be able to build it. YouTube is what I'm good at. Seth, we already have planned out. I already have all the blueprints for him. Yeah, so I just need to pick that back up and keep working on it, basically. I'm going to keep looking out for other opportunities as well while I'm here. and keep trying to, almost like a big project of mine right now is just like trying to get my grandfather to see. But you know, you're never going to be able to prove people wrong. You have to understand that there's two scenarios. One is that you could, you know, you actually change their mind. Oh my gosh, I changed their mind and now they see things differently. That's crazy. But you also have to understand that you might just never change their mind. My grandfather might just think this way for the end of time. I'm still gonna have to make progress regardless. It'd be super cool if we could see things more eye to eye. It'd make things a lot easier. And I actively look for ways to do that. Like I try to prove myself. Like you guys remember that video of me? My grandfather said, "Oh, well, you don't take enough action." Well, so I went and got the bottle bike, and I was like, "See, there's me taking action." And then he was like, "Well, that doesn't matter. You have to take action consistently," and like all this stuff. Like he's like slowly like trying to put the pieces together. Like, and I think he really does care, and I think that there's a potential that he could see it. I know that right now he just doesn't. And the only real thing that's gonna, I'm kind of, well, it's tricky and it's nuanced and it's multifaceted. Just know that I'm trying my best to make the best out of the situation. My grandfather is a great person. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, my grandfather's getting in my way on purpose, whatever. He means well, and he does try to help. And the deal that I have doing labor here with him for rent is a great deal to be able to have a place to stay. You know, I'm happy with that deal. You know, I don't want anybody thinking differently than that, you know, because that's, you know, that's the way it is. I don't, especially I don't want anybody thinking badly of my grandfather because, you know, he's not bad, not bad. Sorry, I gotta catch up on the chat. I'm so smart and so humble, so much humbler than you. Thank you, Sam. I feel humbled just knowing that there's someone more humbler than me. It makes me feel put in my place and more humble. I feel humbled now. Maybe even more humbled than you now, which might make me take the throne on that one. But his grandmother is a good man, but they just don't see eye to eye. He believes trailer thing won't work, so he won't let him do it to prove that it won't work. Kind of, yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's a, I want to prove to him that it doesn't work, so I'm gonna not let him do it. Like that doesn't prove that it doesn't work. Oh, you can't flip trailers. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, yeah, well, it's because you got in my way the entire freaking time. I'm great and smart and not humble. That's Lana is no humble Lana. Sometimes chat tells you how to do stuff with Dragon. That's true. That's true. And I do like the feedback. You guys gotta understand, like, I actually appreciate the feedback. And in a way, I want the stuff that I work on to feel like you guys did it. You know, with the Celestial Nova Blaster, you know, the voting on the name, voting on the colors, that was all you guys. That was all, you know, a poll that you guys took. I wanted to name it Blood Ripper. 9,000. I thought it was just the best name. I was like, wow, this name is so good. Fits so nice, like a glove. But no, you guys settled on the Celestial Nova Blaster. So, you know, I didn't come up with the name. It was your guys' fault. Okay. But no, see, that's part of the creative process. My creative process is I want you guys to be a part of my creative process. I want it to feel basically like we're doing arts and crafts together, like we're working on something together. You know, I don't want to just like build something that I think is cool and just like show it off to you guys and be like, whoa, look at how cool this thing is that I built. You know, to me, I get much more enjoyment out of basically you guys building it for the most part. Now, I make a lot of executive decisions like, okay, well, we have to make something that's viral so it will make money and all that stuff. So we're going to build a dragon. Well, I take it back. what did we do to figure out how to make this dragon? First of all, we took a poll. All right. I mean, we all voted, and we voted on like 10 polls. Okay, it started with like, I'm good at building mechanical contraptions. What can I build here in my room? Uh, a Rube Goldberg machine, like a marble machine or whatever. Some sort of automata, a mechanical clock. You know, we had a whole, and then we chose an automata. So then we had to choose. Okay, are we going to choose a mythical creature automata, an abstract automata, a humanoid automata, an animal automata? And we chose mythical creature. And then out of those mythical creatures, it was like, I think did we do a poll on what type of mythical creature we should make? Or did we just go straight to, I know you guys spoke up about having, hold on. I don't know why I just went all the way over there for that. I know you guys spoke up about having this be the like reference. We're gonna build a mythical creature. What should we build? And you guys were like, dragon. We should build a dragon because dragon logo. So we built the dragon. You know, I wanted to build a triangular shaped, all-seeing eye cryptid type of automata. Okay, I thought that was cool. Okay, you guys never let me do any of my ideas. I wanted to name the crossbow Blood Ripper. You guys named it the Celestial Nova Blaster of the Astral Horizon. I wanted to make a cryptid automata, all-seeing eye cryptid automata. But you guys said no. You said I should build a dragon. A stupid dragon. So we're building a dragon. See, I do have a lot of, you know, it's a combination of my input mixed with your guys' input. And I don't know, maybe it's like 50-50. Maybe it's 60% my way and 40% your guys' way. I'm not sure. I do know that, yeah, I actively have made efforts to try to incorporate your guys' voice into it. So I like the feedback. But yeah, of course, sometimes you guys will say ideas for it, like, you should make it robotic. And then I go, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Stop saying I need to make it robotic. No, never, never. But we might actually end up making it robotic. I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I'm at a stable location with an address. I could send Amazon packages here, and I could actually like get Amazon stuff like fog machines or LEDs and stuff like that, you know, for Seth. Or microphone for Seth. I would love to get a microphone. For fan mail, I think I still would want to do a P.O. box. Now maybe I could use my family's P.O. box for it to make things simpler. Or maybe, because with the P.O. box, it doesn't give away your home address. You want to keep that private, so. But a P.O. box would cost me like $15 a month or something. And $15 a month is a lot for someone who makes $0 a month. I'm just going to say that right now. Let me catch up on the chat here, guys. We got on a side tangent about me talking about who designs these projects or not. But ultimately, like, I do very much value your guys' feedback, even if sometimes I don't use them. But a lot of the times I do use them. We are doing arts and crafts. I'll bring my mint flavored taste. Okay, not like that. People wanted a dragon. Best decision ever. It was a good decision. You guys made a good decision. Um, Wanted to name it Supernova instead, but you guys named it Wait, what? uh, in case someone sends. Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, and that's that's a thing too. Is like if I had my own PO box, it might be a little bit better. But I don't know. We'll see how things play out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But at least here we have like the theoretical possibility of doing something like that. Whereas like where we were before, it was just so difficult. But now we have an address. I could actually. I don't know why I brought up. I don't know why I brought that up. Um, anyways, so I just like I want to make it very clear that a big hindrance has been just my grandfather not seeing eye to eye with me on like what the trajectory of my goals are. I also want to say that um, I don't resent him for that. He's a good person, and I can only empathize with the fact that well, that's all that he can see, and until I prove him otherwise, he's not going to see any different. So it makes sense that that's what he thinks right now, and maybe he will always think that. Who knows? Um, you know. So I'm gonna make the expectations very, very clear on that to you guys. But what I will be trying to do is see if I can change his mind, if I can teach him, um, you know, what I'm capable of and that sort of stuff. And I also want to say that if I'm not able to do that, I don't care. I'm still gonna go and succeed anyways. Um, so it doesn't really matter to me. Um, Obviously, we should be aiming to try to get some sort of understanding. But at the end of the day, whatever way the wind blows, I'm still just going to do the best I can. For example, right now, I'm working on building Seth, and we decided instead of flipping trailers that building Seth would probably be the best thing for me to do right now, since my grandfather's not very supportive of the flipping trailers idea. Um, and but as things go on, see, I just yesterday caught up with labor finally. Um, Things are probably going to start feeling a lot different moving forward, just based off of the fact that I've been doing the past 2 months plus 10 hours catching up. I have been I've been catching up. And I think that now I'm caught up finally. We should be able to get more manageable. Let's put it this way. I've been doing like I've done not here, but at other jobs, I've done 16-hour work days. You know, on sort of a semi-regular basis. I've had jobs, 10-hour days on average, 12-hour days, stuff like that. I think 16 was probably the most I've ever done. I don't think I've ever done like 18-hour. I know some people have done 18-hour. Probably, there's probably someone out there who's done 24 hours, right? I can already hear the comments being like, "You got soft hands if you're working 16 hours a day." I work 42 hours a day. I can already hear the comments. Okay, you guys don't need to say it. But to put it into like what's been usually happening is I'll spend 4 or 5 hours of the day working, and then we'll take like an hour lunch break, and then I work on Seth for the rest of the night, right? So that's kind of the way that it's been. And I don't really like doing the late night live streams because nobody's really around to watch them. So it's almost like, what's the point? So if anything, I'm usually just like, I have a few hours of the day to myself. It feels like I have like 1 hour of the day to myself, frankly. But anyways, so yeah, it's been a lot. And now, see, the deal was that I would work for an hour every day that I stay here. Um, and that's like, pretty easy to accomplish, right? So now that we're caught up, and like it's a really good deal. Um, if we're just looking at it from that perspective, very good deal. Get to live here. You don't just do, you live where you work and you do an hour of work a day. That's not hard. Um, and I, you know, just want to point that out, that it is a good deal from that perspective. And then if you calculate the fact that, like, well, the whole reason I was here was to flip trailers and I can't do that here, and stuff like that, then it gets a little more realistic. But no, but I mean, you know what? Let's spin this a different way. Let's frame it like this. Isn't it great, guys, that I was so smart and crafty and clever that I came up with, and I fought so hard to secure this deal where, I was homeless, and then I just work, an hour a day and stay here at this, great place. I did that. I came up with that deal all by myself. You got to look at it from two perspectives. One perspective is like, well, if you didn't have a grandfather, to help you with that, where would you be, right? But the second perspective to look at it is, I did have something to say about it. And if I was foolish, I could have just been like, no, I'm just going to be homeless and stay homeless and whatever. I'm not going to take that deal. I might actually still try to go homeless at some point if the deal doesn't work out, or if I just get kicked out, who knows. Anyways, I'm just trying to say, you can look at it as luck, or you could look at it as I did that. As far as I'm concerned, I did that. That was a huge victory for me to come up with such an amazing deal. And I'm just going to keep trying to make better and better deals moving forward into the future. I kind of went over it in my video. It's like, it's luck that I have some, like my grandfather in my life. That's luck. A lot of people don't have that. But what's not luck is the fact that I acted on that. The fact that every day I work hard doing labor for my grandfather, to keep this place, and I keep up my end of the deal with him, respectfully and honorably. And that's on me, so it's however you want to look at it. I'm sure the haters will all just say, oh, it's all luck. I could be the richest person on the planet and everybody would just be like, it was all luck. Okay. But what I like to try to show or like teach people is that, you could do what I am doing. Now, I haven't really achieved any major success. Everybody still thinks that I'm just some nobody. But theoretically, if I ever became, successful, millionaire, whatever, I would try to, help other people become that. I would try to uplift other people. I wouldn't just be like, no, it's all mine. I earned it. I'm going to be a rich CEO. We're in the CEO debate right now. You don't want to be a CEO right now. Also, guys, look, I think I finished the scales. I need to, this was a temporary thragamizer is what it's called. I'm going to have to do something about that. But really, the scales are good. We did all the scales for the town. I hate this. This thing looks silly. I got to fix that. Let me catch up on the chat first, though. But you guys get that, right? You guys get that, from one perspective, this was an insane win that I pulled off. I actually worked 3 days to secure this deal, living in my car, talking to 3 different people, trying to work out a deal. Actually, 4 different people trying to work out a deal. and then like after like 3 days of like calling different people up and like asking them questions like, what about this offer, what if we do this to that, and the, like moving things around, and like finally we settled on a deal, secured, and got me out to Oregon. Like it was a hard fought. Yeah, no. Whatever. If people want to say, oh, it was all just luck, whatever, your grandfather, I don't care. I mean, great. Love that for you. I'm just going to keep winning. Like, I cannot stress enough how, like, I don't care what anybody says ever about all of this stuff. I'm just going to keep winning, and I'm just going to keep getting bigger and bigger if I have anything to say about it. And I'm going to use my power to hopefully empower others as well. So sort of a, what is it? Iron sharpens iron. Iron sharpens iron. Anyways, so it's very important to me, and to me, it's a huge victory, a huge win, hard fought. I am responsible for being in this position that I was. I went from homeless to living in a car, to living in an RV, to living in an apartment, to now living in a 5-bedroom house, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, I keep applying myself. I keep going up, up, and up. So just keep that in mind, because I plan on going up further. And maybe we don't go up further. Maybe I hit a roadblock or something, and that would be fine too. But I am always going to be trying to do the best that I can do. All right, let's read the chat. Always right says, yeah, not gonna lie, you made that opportunity yourself. Yes, exactly. You used it well. Yes, exactly. You're not given that deal. You yourself initiated it. Yes. Looks great. The skills look amazing. Thank you. Also, Jeremiah Rowe. Hello, Jeremiah Rowe. Long time no see. Everybody, I'm gonna dox Jeremiah and tell you where he lives. He lives at no, I don't know. No, it's good to see Jeremiah. Jeremiah also lives with his grandfather. Fun fact. I don't know if I'm allowed to disclose that. Actually, I haven't talked to him in like months, so maybe that's changed. I'm just gonna start doxing Jeremiah, tell everything. My friend Jeremiah. Oh, by the way, guys, Mark came over recently. Talking about doxing people. My friend Mark came. He's from. Am I allowed to dox people? We'll just say he's in the East Coast, and he came down to Oregon because he was delivering something. Anyways, so yeah, he stopped by and said hi. It was good to see him. I've now met Mark IRL, Pyro IRL, Jake IRL, the Hacksmith, Colin Furs IRL, Adam Savage IRL. But yeah, good to see you, Jeremiah. Hope you're doing okay. Mark, the one who lends you money? Yes. Mark also wants. I don't want to talk too much about other people. I don't want to dox them. Let's just continue with our shrimp. Okay. I don't know what I'm allowed to say and what I'm not allowed to say about people. Okay, so I'm not even gonna like describe. What do they look like? What's their hair color? Not gonna tell anybody. We're not doxing them. Anyways, shrimp. All right, we need to make the tail. That's happy for you. That sounds so nice. Yeah, it was. And actually, it was a kind of an eye opener because I got to show him around and show him like the huge shop and like the space, and well, actually it was pretty late, so it was dark when he came over, but got to show him the shop and all that, and really kind of like put into perspective to me, like I didn't really think much of it. It was kind of like, yeah, I'm here, it's whatever. But then after like showing him, and it was like, wow, this is a huge space. I was like, yeah, it is a huge space, isn't it? And I was like, I feel like I'm gaslighting myself into minimizing my victories. But like I've actually made like leaps and bounds in the past 10 months, and hope to continue making them. So, yeah, I gotta look up a reference for this tail because I need to finish it. I need the little It's called a science time, guys. It's called a thragamizer, or is it a thagamizer? They say the best way to learn is to teach, and that's why I like to teach about subjects that I know nothing about, because then I learn it myself. So we're gonna Google. Is it a thagamizer? I think it's a thagam. I don't think it's a thrag. I think it's thag. Anyways, it's the tail. It's the the dinosaur that has like the armored shell with like spikes, kind of like a porcupine or whatever. Anyways, so its tail. No, that's not even what. Wait, yes. Okay, wait a minute. Dinosaur time facts, guys. Okay, I think that a Stegosaurus also has a thagamizer, but it's spiky like this one. Whereas the little armored dinosaur guy, Ankylosaur or whatever. You don't know your dinosaurs? Look, guys. Okay, I don't know my dinosaurs. I just think they are cool and they're big and go raw. Okay. Yeah, thagamizer. Anyways, moving on. Enough with the thagamizer. Okay, bye. Okay, we're gonna look up the. I gotta figure out what I did with it. Okay. Anyways, so no, just like guys. Okay, guys, listen up. It's time for story time. Okay. Yeah. So the situation with my grandfather is like, you lost your privilege of saying dinosaurs are your favorite animals. No. I did, didn't I? So basically, go to my channel so I can look at the tail that I did for Seth. I need to copy it, which is I like having the images of Seth already uploaded to YouTube because I can just go and look at them, copy them. I want to get Seth back to like the shape that he was, like the form that he was before. Oh, so okay, so what we're missing is like the top ridge scales and also like bottom, like basically like protrusions, like spikes sticking out. And this thagamizer is just horrendous. It's actually been driving me crazy because it's the only thing that makes the rest of this look like 10 times worse. Okay, so we're gonna want 2 more. So we're just gonna kind of finagle one into being. I'm not gonna go crazy with making it super duper accurate or anything like that, but I just don't want it to exist. So for one, it needs to be quite a bit longer than it is now. And it's about 1 inch away. Okay. Yeah, so no, okay. Hot glue is hot. It's hot. This is literally me when hot glue is hot. So yeah, okay. My mom said that I repeat what I say too much in my videos, but I said, Mom, I repeat what I say because new people join and then I have to reestablish it and stuff. Make it white. Lana wants to make it white. Is that because she's Serbian? No. That's a. Never mind. Let's just keep going. Okay. Oh yeah, Seth, we're gonna build you a proper bag mining there. One of okay, yeah. So no, I was just complaining about basically like my grandfather, you know, like his perspective and all that, just getting in the way of myself, and that being kind of like the number one thing getting in my way, because it's just dumping loads of you know, unnecessary labor, or just like in the wrong times. You know, he's not working, he's not being flexible, like, oh, we can do the labor here so that, you know, over here I can flip the trailers. It's just like, it's all just labor because trailers are a waste of time, and, you know, like stuff like that. So basically, so, you know, that being like a huge setback for me. And I guess I wanted to say, like, for this, that is going to be an ongoing thing. My grandfather's perspective and like disbelief in me, that is going to be like an ongoing battle. But I do want to say that I am technically caught up in my labor now. So going forward, I should only have to do like an hour of labor a day or whatever. So I should have like at least like 2 or 3 hours more time in the day, every day, than I would usually have. Something like that. From this moment on. So like for the first month, I didn't do any labor. The second month, I had to catch up on all my labor. And for the 2 months, you know, for the first month I was here, and for the month that it took me to catch up, I had to do 2 months of labor. And then now we're caught up. So for this month, I'm planning for this month to be very chillax on labor, like a lot more laid back for labor. And hopefully I can start getting some more stuff done. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. The first month I was here, the first month, like the first 3 weeks, I built and flipped this trailer, right? I had done a lot in that time period. And I was posting a lot more as well, updating you guys a lot more. But this month, all I've basically been doing is labor. So I haven't been making any updates because I've just been swamped. I did a couple of live streams working on Seth in the room here. But other than that, I didn't really do much other than labor, really. I was making plays, I was making moves behind the scenes, did a little bit of mining off camera. It's a surprise tool that will come in handy for later. And you know, I'm boots on the ground here in Oregon. I am trying to make as much progress as I can. And since I'm caught up on labor now, I mean, let me frame it this way. Let me paint you a picture, okay? Everything has actually been going pretty well. I've been doing, in my opinion, a very good job. And I feel pretty confident in my capabilities and in my goals. However, I've been backed up on labor for quite some time. That's really been getting in my way. I mean, I basically haven't been, basically this whole past month was just gone completely to labor. I didn't do any of my own stuff pretty much. Made no real progress. So, oh my gosh. Tired of doing labor. I've been just completely overwhelmed with labor. But now, guys, I think we're out of the woodworks. I think we did it, guys. I think I've caught up on all my labor. And I think I can start to work on my own stuff a lot more. I feel the sense of freedom. I feel like I feel like a freed man. Because I'm caught up on my labor that I owed. Anyways, I'm only exaggerating a little bit. I actually am pretty stoked about it. I know I'm still gonna have to do labor and you know, keep caught up on it, hopefully. Okay, see, it's looking a little bit better. Just like a lot. I think it's just like a lot smaller than I had before. Oh well. But anyways, okay, so we can do that. That's good. Yeah, so I am thankful to announce that we are caught up on labor. That is a huge victory for me. Moving forward, like celebrating the victory of being caught up on labor, and also looking forward to the future and seeing that, you know, I see good things happening in the future. We're now caught up on labor. We can start doing other stuff. This month should be a month of progress. Basically, most likely progress working towards Seth, though, to be honest. Like, I'm probably not going to go crazy and like flip a bunch of trailers or anything like that. That's kind of what I would like to do, but we already talked about how that's not really gonna. We can maybe do trailers, but it's gonna be a lot slower because my grandfather will get in the way. Anyways, so but looking forward to working on Seth. Hopefully we can build Seth and go viral. That's the dream. This is the reality. Oh, is it? You know what I think it is? I think it's because it's twisted. I'm like, why does this look so bad? Okay, there. See, you twisted it a little bit, and now I think it looks better, question mark, maybe? Okay, well, I'm really trying to make this look aesthetically accurate. Yeah, so today I'm basically planning on working on Seth. And it's been going a lot faster than the first building of Seth, I have to say. So I'm happy about that. Theoretically, we should be done with Seth in like no time. I mean, look, I've already built, I already built his tail. I already built his head. What's left? I mean, build his wings. You know, like. Oh, hey, Jim Stem, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. It's been quite a while since someone with style. What's the song? I can't remember. It's been quite a while since someone with style treated something to a broadcast or something like that. Anyways. So a needle pulling thread. Hi Jim Stem, how are you doing? You doing okay? Jim Stem lost his job and then got another job. Did he still hold on to his job since we had last seen him? That's the question. Jim Stem also offered me to go out there and live with them, I think, if I can recall correctly. He's also been a huge donator, which is nothing to nothing to snark at. And he's just been an all-around swell guy. I'm actually surprised that you guys have been watching me for so long. I mean, a lot of people would probably just like vain interest at some point. Well, that's what the 45,000 subscribers that I have kind of did, you know? So I guess that makes sense. Somebody asked me, why did you start a new channel if you had 40,000 subscribers? Well, because only like 10 of them actually watch, you know? 10 of them, only 10 of them actually like care about what's going on, you know? A lot of people just subscribe and then they never watch any of the videos. So the subscriber number almost kind of means nothing. You got to go by, you know, the real-time data. Always right is always right. Sinners. Oh, Lana, yeah. That's what that song is from, huh? Or that the lyrics are from that song. He's an awesome man. Yes, he is. Okay, so this is the new Thagomizer for Seth. I know. It's everything you ever could have wanted for and more. Let's set up the camera somewhere else so we can sort of get a better look here. Okay, yeah, so cords are going everywhere. Let's try here. Hey, it's me, Mario. Okay, that looks much better. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Ta-da! From a distance, it just looks like a white blob. That's great. There's no definition to it. I had done some texture designs, kind of concepts for Seth. Now, I'd always wanted Seth to be white because that's what the logo, I mean, it was white. I've thought about like, well, we could always make like a new dragon that's a different color or something. See, I don't know, it's in the prototyping stage, so we don't know what we're doing really. Do I get my dino privileges back? No. No. Here, let's bring up Seth. Ta-da. Oh wait. Okay. See, I need to move the camera like 1 billion miles back so that you can see. Okay, tail for Seth. In fact, matter of fact, let's glue this on. Why not? Because why? Because why not? Oh my gosh. Okay, I immediately found out why not. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. No, stop. What's happening? Okay, fine. And then I'm just gonna. I'm cooling the hot glue down with the air compressor. It's gonna take a while. I put a lot of hot glue on it. Okay, let's try it. See if it falls off. In fact, I think I'm gonna glue sort of a
extra support piece in here, just to try to make sure it doesn't do anything wacky crazy. You probably can't even hear me. I'm probably too far away to be heard. Okay, I can finally take the crayons on. Crayola. He's so swole. Viola. This is let me hold his hand. I'm holding Seth's hand so he stays on my back. His paw, his little Seth paw. Okay. Let's get a close up on Seth. Oh, here we are. We can't see Seth anymore, but there's the tail. Something I feel like the taper going like down to that is just not accurate or something. And then we have his head. And as you guys can see, I've done the articulation a bit different this time. It doesn't go up and down, just goes side to side. He looks weird with without a body and without wings. I mean, and without little legs, little leggies. But there you go. There's the tail. A bit underwhelming, I must say. It feels like very weird to have something on my back again. Does he look like a snake? Like, yeah, it's a weird feeling because I'm so used to having Seth on my back. And having him back again. I mean, look at there's his little legs, his little feetsies. I can hold on to him like a backpack. He's so cute. He can't lift his head up to roar. He can only go roar. He can't like roar. I'm holding on to his little paws. And yeah, he can only move his head left and right now. Well, so I went with a simpler design. So he's gonna move his head left and right because that expresses the most emotion. Like, you don't need him to look up or down. You need him to like look at you and like look away. Yeah, so it just simplifies the construction a bit and the controls. It's less controls, more simplicity. So you can be like, what's that? Hello, my name is Seth. You know. Anyways. Got the tail. Cool. He needs wings, and he needs like, you know, he needs the scales on his neck. Yeah, so scales on the neck. He needs you know, feet, and he needs wings. And then I think he'll start to look a lot more Seth-like. Yeah, he does kind of look like a snake. He doesn't even have like neck scales yet. That's the next part. You guys will also notice the construction of it is far simpler than the last time. Look at his little legs. He looks like a potato with a tail. Adorable. Chibi Seth. And he needs spikes on his back. Yeah, yeah. The spikes, you know, belly spikes and like spine spikes. Those are the two things he needs. Is the dragon left or right-handed? Oh man, I don't know. You're asking me the wrong questions. I don't know this stuff. See, I can like look over to him and be like, "Hello, Seth," and he can be like, "Hello." What's over there? Yeah, see, he still has some expression. I was thinking of the talking fish that's like, "Here's a little song I wrote. I hope you can sing it note for note. Don't worry." That's why I went with the, you know, side swipe head design instead of it being able to go up and down. Just simpler controls, easier to manufacture, basically. And I went with a different body design. Also, the tail is going to do nothing. No articulation in the tail, because we basically didn't use that last time. Just a waste of time. The body, we made it full stock out of cardboard, completely like secure. It's not going to break down like the other one did. I can hold it by the base of it pretty easily. He's already like far more robust than the other one. The other one I just built way too many intricacies into it. The next thing I'm going to need to do for him is neck scales. That's going to get him looking a lot better. Actual legs instead of these little pretend ones that I have for him. And then we're going to need the wings on the back. And I'm going to make the wings, they're not going to flap, but they will extend. So the wings will be able to like open and close, just, you know, straight up and straight down, just so he can flap and sort of like flash his wings. But the flapping motion, we're not going to do that. Too difficult, adds another degree of motion. We need the wings to be impressive and look cool and, you know, simulate wings. So we're simplifying him. We're definitely simplifying Seth this time around. It's good to be back, isn't it, Seth? Anyways, I don't know how long it's going to take to do any of that, but I can tell you it's been going a lot faster than it was last time. It probably doesn't feel that way to you guys because all you guys have seen is it's been like 2 months and now we've had Seth. So it probably feels about the same. But I made this in a day. I made this in a day. You know, like it's been going like way faster. All I had planned was really to do that tail, so I think I'm gonna take a break. Stream's probably been going on long enough, huh? About 3 hours. Yeah, might be a break, and then we can go back. He has a new hat. Wait, what?
Let's get this man a new hat. Oh, I have a new hat. Hold on. I have a new hat. Everybody stop the presses because I have a new hat. Also, my hat, the open sauce hat. You guys will notice this is the Walmart shirt that I got. It's actually kind of nice of them to give give me a shirt. I would have preferred a raise, but a shirt is nice. A pizza party, we made the company millions of dollars. We get a pizza party. We gotta make this thing. Be like that. No. Anyways, this is my new hat. I should wear this for the camping video if I ever do a camping video. No, I don't want to get it dirty. Can Seth wear it? He can. I remember when we gave Seth a top hat once. But no, I wear this hat to keep my hair up. And it's the winter time, so I don't really need a crown anymore. You guys were wondering, Always Right was wondering why I didn't have a crown anymore. Well, it's because it's cold out. There's the dead of winter. I don't need it. Texas, the peak summer of Texas, yeah, I needed something to keep my head cool. But we're in the winter in the north, so I can wear a hat. Anyways, I'm gonna do a little sort of recap of what we did today before I go on a break. Basically, I do remember you saying that, Always Right. I do. I remember everything that you all always say. No, actually, I forget a lot of stuff, but I try to remember. So basically, the main updates is my grandfather's perspective is making it really difficult, downright destructive of me making any progress, inhibitive, I would say, really. We're going to see what we can do to try to change his perspective. If not, we're still just going to try to make as much progress as we can. But I will note that has been a big bottleneck in our process. Second of all, I've been backed up on labor for this past month. That's why I haven't been doing very many posts. I've been working overtime, double time, whatever, to get labor done. I'm caught up now, so hopefully moving forward, free up a lot more time for me to do YouTube stuff and talk to you guys and vlogs and all that, and hopefully make some real progress. My hands have basically been tied this past month trying to get caught up on labor, but we're caught up now, so hopefully we can make some magic happen. Looking forward to that, mostly since my grandfather's kind of inhibitive of the trailer flipping and all that. For now, we're probably going to stick with working on Seth, since that was, we were building that to try to survive, and we were cut short of finishing it. Hopefully we can bring it back to life, and hopefully we can make something great out of it. That was the plan originally. I don't see why we can't pick back up on that and see it all the way through this time. So I'm going to be working on that. If my grandfather was less inhibitive of the trailer flipping and stuff, I'd probably go all into that, because I think I could make real money real quick doing that stuff. That was the whole point of one of the main points of coming down here. But I'm just not able to right now because of my grandfather. Maybe I could do it a little bit, very slowly, but you're not going to be making like $4,000 a month or something. You can maybe do like one trailer a year, maybe, I don't know, So that's kind of where we stand right now. And then going into the future, I'm going to be working on Seth. I worked on Seth today. He's coming along pretty quickly. Plan on, in the future doing more working on Seth. Hopefully we can get him back to tip-top shape, and we can start making some content with him, some serious content, not like these live streams. We'll break out the ventriloquism again, guys, and we'll give Seth a character, and he'll go on grand adventures, or whatever we'll have Seth do. I'm not quite sure yet. He was supposed to be part of the Power Chronicles series, of which he was going to teach and be a teaching instrument, so to speak. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to see. There's a lot of great ideas that we can go with it. So, but the first key to all of those ideas is getting Seth built. So we need to build him. He should be built faster than last time. We can get him up to speed, and then hopefully we can improve upon him and make him better than he was last time. This is still just a prototype after all. This was the second prototype. We could almost probably count this version as like the third prototype, but it's really just a copy of the second prototype. So I'm going to keep calling it the second prototype. We're just bringing it back to life is all basically. And I want to reiterate that I am trying to do everything that I can. You know, I'm really like boots on the ground here in Oregon. I'm trying to get stuff done. I'm trying to get things moving. I'm going as fast as really as I can. You know, and behind the scenes, doing a lot of mining off camera. You know, a lot of stuff off camera. But hopefully, I can get a lot more of that captured on camera. You guys saw the treehouse. I made one little pilot test footage of the treehouse to gauge interest on that. And really, you know, there's a lot to do on this property in general. Oh, Nitrogen. Hi, Nitrogen. Nitrogen is one of the people on my brochure. Welcome to the stream. Says, fantastic progress. Those tail scales are super clean. It is great to see Seth on stream. It is great. Let's give Seth a round of applause for being here again, guys. Look. He's starting to take shape. He's starting to take shape. Doesn't it feel good, Seth, to be back? I feel good about it. Putting him on my shoulders for the first time, where he has his tail and his head, starting to actually feel like we got Seth back. And it feels good. Hated to see him go. I probably should have mailed him in, but I don't know. That wasn't really... I think I just didn't think of that idea. I would have had to like crush him down and like try to ship him, mail him over to me. And I wasn't really planning. I thought I'd come down here and use the mechanical gripper and ship the Celestial Nova Blaster down here and use those. But then I decided against it because I realized, oh wait, I can't. Those go against YouTube's guidelines, whatever. And that's a whole other topic. Thank you guys all for the round of applause for Seth. I appreciate that. You guys are great. Anyways, I think we should leave it on a high note. Much more to come in the future. And we had a huge victory. I mean, we should also be clapping for the fact that I got caught back up in labor. And, you know, worked really hard this month getting caught back up in labor. And now we can move forward and hopefully get a lot more done. We really set the groundwork for the things to come in the future. And so, round of applause for being caught up on labor, and a cheers, a toast to what is to come in the future, hopefully. Because I basically picture I'll be a lot more freed up this month to make content and work on Seth and make moves and all that applies. So lots of good stuff and more to follow. I might do a live stream tonight. I'm not sure, but I definitely need to go take a break for now. It's been almost 4 hours, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It was great seeing you guys again. It's been a really long while. And hope to see you guys in the future. I hope you always, if I don't do another live stream tonight, hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.